In the video, you've said that goats provided milk that had an antigen that can cure people with malaria. But have the goats been tested for safety? Of course not. And even if so, some people just wouldn't want to drink the milk because it's risky for their health. You've also mentioned that once we have livestock, we can sell its meat for a cheap price. But what about the price of raising the livestock itself? That's quite honestly a little bit more expensive than trying to sell it for food. Plus, we've already covered the success rates of genetically modifying the animals, which has a 95% chance of failure. As for the other 5%, it'll leave the animals with birth defects. As for the process of transgenesis, people have brought up ethical concerns of animal rights, legal ramifications, and possible health risks.
So although you say that genetically modified livestock can be more resistant to certain diseases, it doesn't matter if that doesn't matter because your animals will be malformed beyond compare because due to genetically modifying livestock, the offspring of these animals end up having large offspring syndrome, which is a syndrome that makes their organs malfunction and also grow into absurd sizes. Due to this, these organs will not function properly, and it'll hinder certain animals' abilities, such as a cow and a goat's ability to make milk. GMOs not only have organ issues, but also have gastrointestinal and immune system disorders, which also include accelerated aging and infertility. Genetic modification of livestock also adds certain proteins to an animal that is not indigenous to the animal, which could lead to allergic reactions in humans who would consume these animals. In addition to why GMOs are unhealthy for humans, if humans consume these animals, then the genetic material of these animals will also be left behind in humans. You say that GMOs also avoid diseases like mad cow disease, but humans eating GMOs can lead to reproductive disorders that are harmful to their offspring. A child of a consumer of GMOs is more likely to be born with autism.
Though cloned organs can save a human being's life, there is a very less probability that an organ will be cloned in time to save the human being's life. And what if the organ was not cloned properly? It'd be very unsafe for the human being. Adult cells are also limited, so therapeutic cloning relies on stem cells extracted from the embryos. Just a small portion of stem cells are usable. Some cells can mutate and cause tumors in patients. In order to cure diseases, millions of eggs are needed. We do not currently have this type of supply of eggs. The cost of therapeutic cloning is also extremely high.
When you genetically modify livestock, their lifespan is no more than 5 years. You said their lifespan was long. When you genetically modify its livestock, it costs a lot of money. It starts from $6,950 up to $10,000. For a farmer, that's a lot of money. Milk from a genetically modified livestock could be harmful because it's not tested. Many people can just die by drinking or eating the food that the animal makes. Another reason that you said that it will produce healthy livestock, that is not true. The genetically modified animal can produce, but it has 2 faces or 3 eyes. There's something wrong with the animal. When you genetically modify livestock and you use the animal for its meat, people would not want to risk their lives just to want to be. When you genetically modify livestock when you genetically modify livestock and you use that animal for its meat, people would not want to risk themselves to eat the meat that is untested.